field. These can be the verticals, these can be the roles that they are playing in their professional networks. All of it, how they can be brought together under one roof, and they can be taught more about how to use Zoho products better with regards to their work and also with regards to their institution. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce myself. I am Sushmit. I am representing Zoho community, and today's presenter is Joshua. He is representing Zoho Marketing Automation. He's an expert of that product, and he is going to walk us through Zoho Marketing Automation with his narrative, and he will try to cover most of the important and integral parts in there. And to help him support in the Q&A, we have Deepu. And with that, we can probably go ahead and begin the session. Joshua, can you please share your screen? I will request you to share your screen and take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Sushmit. Hi, everyone. It's lovely to have you all here. So I'm Joshua, and I'll be taking you through a short demo on marketing automation. I'll tell you what all features are there. So I'll just give you a brief about how you can go about managing your contacts, how you can send out campaigns, okay, and what all you can achieve through marketing automation. Okay. So I believe you all are able to see my screen. Okay. So to start with Zoho Marketing, what is Zoho Marketing Automation? Okay. So Zoho Marketing Automation is a comprehensive platform that will help you streamline your marketing efforts. Okay. From in marketing automation, you have a range of tools that you can use to send out a campaign, to analyze who all have visited your website. Okay, and you can track your leads there. Okay, you can manage your contacts here. You can do almost everything within marketing automation itself. Now, most of you might have, I believe, most of you might have used campaigns as well. Okay. And you might be having this question, why use another email marketing tool when you already have campaigns? Okay. So the main purpose of having Zoho campaigns is that it's primarily an email marketing tool. Okay. Where you can you can create, send, and manage your emails. Okay. And you can even track anything and any response that the recipients give to your particular campaign. Whereas when it comes to okay, just give me a minute. I'm sorry for the delay. Gordon, I'm sorry, but I just saw your message, and I believe screen is being shared. Can you just check your internet connection once from your end? Thank you. Okay. To continue with it, so Zoho Marketing Automation will do more than just email marketing. Okay, so you have various channels, as Sushmit already explained. It's an omni-channel marketing platform, so you'll be having various channels through which you'll be able to reach out to your customers. Okay, your prospectors, your leads, your customers. Okay, and within marketing automation itself, you'll be able to track anything that your leads or any prospects perform on your particular website. Okay, so that is where marketing automation comes in. You can track your contacts right from the point where they visit your website till the point where you send them emails and you keep nurturing them within your organization. Okay. Okay. To begin with, the main aspect of marketing automation, I like to shed some light on what the marketing funnel is. Since this is a marketing session, I believe most of you would be from a marketing background and you would be pros in this. Okay, just a brief about it. So, in the marketing funnel, we have awareness, consideration, and loyalty. So everything starts with awareness. So you need to bring your product or your service to your customers or your prospects first. Okay. Once you get in line with them, once you start having a conversation with them, okay, through the various channels that you have, then they start considering your product and they start comparing it with the other products that are present in the market. Okay. Now, once this is done, as you keep getting in touch with them, as you keep nurturing them, then comes the part where they get converted as your contacts. Okay. And then once they are your contacts, it's up to you to again be in constant relationship with them and build the trust and the loyalty for the product. And after loyalty, it comes to advocacy where they themselves will go above and beyond to take your product to the next level. Okay, so they start referring your products to their peers. So that's how the marketing funnel works. Okay, so now coming to Zoho Marketing Automation in specific. Okay, so to start with marketing automation, as I told you, when let's say you have your website with you, okay, if someone visits your website, the first thing you want to do is you want to know who all are visiting your website. So that is the reason we have something called as web analytics here. So for this, what you would be doing is I'll take you through the product also side by side. Okay, so within marketing automation, if you go into settings, you have a tracking code that you'll be able to paste in your website. Okay, so this particular code here you'll be putting in the header of your website. So what this will do is when someone visits your particular website, this particular code will be tracked, and every contact, every lead that comes or every visitor who comes to your website, they will be tracked from within marketing automation. Okay, so if you go to the website analytics dashboard, you'll be able to see every visitor who has visited. So here you'll be able to see the total visitors, and here you have two separate classifications. That is the known visitors and the anonymous visitors. Anonymous visitors would be anyone whom you don't know has just come and visited your website. Okay. Known visitors would be the ones who have come into your website. They have let's say you have a sign up form within your website, they register through the sign up form and they get added as contacts within your marketing automation account. Okay, so once that is done, and any point of time after that, if they keep visiting your websites, they always will be considered as known visitors. Okay, now within website analytics you have an option for behavior, and in behavior you'll be able to see what all pages they have visited, and the behaviors would be based on the pages.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, I'm happy to hear
Ex-
from you.
Excuse me, Lunel. Can you please mute your audio? I will request all the participants to kindly mute your audios while the presentation is going on.
Oh, great.
We have
Okay.
a dedicated Q&A session. Sorry, just give me a second.
Okay. If it would be helpful for you to mute Lonel from your end.
Yeah, I'm muting her.
Now,
Yes.
you can mute.
Okay, will do.
Okay, now we want organic.
Just click on the microphone.
Yeah. I've done it. I was trying to find it out.
Okay.
I've done it.
Thank you. Okay.
That's Ishwa, you can continue.
Thank you. So, starting off from where we left off. So, behavior would give you all the inputs for a particular web page. Okay. So you'll have your entry pages and your exit pages. Okay. So when someone enters through your website, okay, you'll be able to see you'll be able to see the number of visitors who have come into your website. Okay. You can see what their performance was, which page they have landed on. Okay, so all these metrics you'll be able to see from here. And similarly, you have an option called acquisition. So acquisition will basically help you in analyzing how much traffic has been there and from which medium the particular traffic is coming from. This will help you in identifying which channel is bringing more more traffic into your website. Okay. And then within website analytics, you would be able to specify goals. So let's say in your website, you have, let's say you build a beautiful website, you want every element to be tracked within your website. So you have something called, when you're defining a goal, you have something called as element clicks, links to track, time spent on a page. Okay. You can even write your own custom events. So anyone who clicks on a specific element, or if they click on a link, they can be tracked separately. And if that goal is defined, okay, you can see who all have achieved that goal, and you can segment those contacts also if you want, and you can further send them any emails, or you can target them specifically. Okay. Okay. And then you have an option called smart URL. Okay, I'll give you a bit more brief about smart URL when I'm coming to landing pages. Okay, smart URL is simply you having a long URL which you're not able to embed somewhere. What you can do with smart URL, you can shorten the URLs. Okay. Now the advantage of using a smart URL within this system is that you can use a custom domain. You might have heard about Bitly and other sources of applications like this that help in shortening your URLs. But thing is, many the websites like Bitly, okay, they have some restrictions. So when you are sending out emails, okay, there are chances that Bitly and all similar applications might be blocked by many of the anti-spam services. Okay, so what benefit you get out of smart URL is that you can configure your custom domain here. So if it is your specific organization, you can set your organization's domain here. So when the particular link is being generated, it will be generated based on your specific domain, which is again an authenticated process. So the chances of your emails or any marketing channel being blocked by the anti-spam services would be lesser here. Okay. Now, this was all about website analytics. So what we'll be doing with marketing automation is tracking your leads, or anyone who visits your specific website. Now, once they have visited your website, if you remember, I told you that you can have your a form or any contact us page in your website. So if someone puts in all the information, you would want them to be stored somewhere. So that is what we are going to go into now. So that process is called lead generation. Okay. So within lead generation, okay, you have sign up forms, you have sign up pop-ups, and you have landing pages. I believe sign up forms you might be aware of. You just have fields, okay, what all information you want. It's just a form, simple form. So you can, and the visitor who comes into your page, they can enter their details, click on submit, and they can get added as contacts here, so that you can reach out to them when you wish. Okay. Now coming to sign up pop-ups. Another difference when it comes to sign up form, since many of you might have used Zoho campaigns as well, you might be knowing that we have pop-up forms there also. Now, the difference between a pop-up form in Zoho campaigns and Zoho marketing automation is that there is a whole lot of uh, customization that you can do within sign up forms in marketing automation. Okay. You have an option to create the entire form. Okay. And the best advantage here is you don't have to copy and paste a URL again or a code again in your website. Okay. That you can, what you can do is, since you've already pasted the snippet code that I showed you earlier, which was used to track, so every aspect will be tracking with through that code itself. Okay. So you just have to enter the URL of the particular page where you want the pop-up to be displayed. Okay, you enter that and you click on next, and you just have to select the template. That's all you need to do with regards to the landing pages, the sign up pop-ups within marketing automation. Okay. And I've just created some sample ones which are already running. So if you can see, this would give you this an already created page. So here you'll be having reports. Okay. Let's take this one. I believe I don't have reports here. Okay. So you have a reports page, then you can see what all response you've got. If you have a contacts tab. So here what will happen is any known contacts, okay, that is the known visitors, those only would be displayed here. Okay. And if you go to configuration, you have this target page, which was the page in which you want to display the particular pop-up. And you can configure to whom you have to configure you to whom you want to display this particular pop-up form. Okay, when you want to trigger it, at what point, when someone enters a page, whether they when they are exiting a page, okay, how often you want it to be displayed. All those you will be able to configure from here. And then you can also have an option to push the data to CRM. If you've connected Zoho CR, if you've integrated Zoho CRM with marketing automation, then you'll be able to push all the data that is getting fetched from here through the sign up pop-up into Zoho CRM. Now, the next option for lead generation is the landing page. Okay, landing pages are similar to your normal websites. Okay, it is similar to your websites, but the whole purpose of having a landing page is for an event. Okay, or it's generally for a specific purpose. So let's say you're conducting an event. You already have a web page with you. You are now creating an event. You're not now going to conduct an event. So you want that event to be displayed in your particular website. Okay. What you can do is you can create a landing page from here. Okay, and you can put this landing page in your website. So this particular landing page, it will be specifically for that particular event. Okay, it will not be for the whole of your web page. Okay, it's particularly for that specific event. So within a landing page, as I told you, it's similar to creating a it is similar to creating a website. Okay, so if I go to configuration, let's say if I'm editing this, you have a whole lot of options to make any kind of changes to this. Okay, there's a standard landing page that I've created. So here, if you go to elements, you will be having all header, paragraph, buttons. You can add buttons, you can add images, you can even create a carousel. Okay, and you can have countdown timers, you can have your maps, everything, code snippet. It is a complete website. Okay, so apart from landing pages, okay, you have, like I told you, you have option for sign up pages and pop-up forms. So these three you can use in unison to generate your leads. So now these were methods that I told you to generate a lead. Now what are you going to do after you generate a lead? Okay, that is where we go to your contacts module. So now within the contacts module, you would be having all your contacts stored here. Okay, in your contacts module, you will be having all the stages, the source through which the contacts came in, all the information you'll be able to get here itself. Okay, so if you go to view contacts, it will show you all the contacts that are present within your account. Okay, and then you have leads, you have lists, so you can create a mailing list. So here it's not going to work like a normal email where you type in all your email addresses. You'll be putting all your email addresses together, okay, probably in a list, and then you'll be while sending out a campaign, you'll just be selecting the specific mailing list that you want, okay, or a group of lists that you want. So if the contacts are present within the mailing list, they'll be receiving the emails. Okay, and then you have an option called segments. Sometimes you might not want to send emails to all the contacts in a mailing list, or probably in all the contacts in your account. You might want to send emails only to specific set of recipients. In that case, what you can do is you can create segments. So segments are a dynamic feature. So you would be creating a segment based on the fields that are present in your account, okay, that you've created or that are already present. So once you create the segment, any contact that satisfies that particular segment criteria. So I'll just, for example, I'll take this first segment that I've created. I go to criteria. Now here the criteria is CRM owner contains Jeshua. So any contact that has a CRM owner as Jeshua would be fetched into this segment. It does not matter at which point. You don't have to manually add it. When that is the difference between a list and a segment. So when it comes to list, you have to add contacts within a list. But when it comes to segment, as soon as you create a criteria like this, any contact that gets added to your account, be it through a landing page, be it through a sign up pop-up, be it through a sign up form, okay, all those, as soon as the recipients or the visitors enter that data, those data would be stored into marketing automation. Once that is done, if they satisfy this particular criteria, they'll be automatically fetched into this segment. Okay, so if you come to this contacts table, you'll be able to see all the contacts that satisfy this criteria here itself. Okay, and then you have an option called topics. Topics are nothing but the kind of emails that you wish to send to your recipients. Okay. So when it comes to topics, you can create your own topics here. Okay, it can vary from business to business. Okay, and specifically from between organizations as well. Okay, so whichever topic suits you, you can create it, and you have to just make sure that the topics that you're using here, okay, those need to any topic. So you can have multiple topics here, and every contact in your organization or in your particular marketing automation account needs to have this particular topic assigned, any topic assigned to them. Okay, that would be your choice of preference. But once the email or campaign is sent out, the recipients do have an option to select by on their end also which all topics they wish to receive emails from. Okay, now the next option is lead qualification. When it comes to lead qualification, okay, you have an option called lead score configuration. So here you can set uh, a range of who cold contacts would be, who warm contacts would be, and who hot contacts would be. Cold contacts would be the ones which have engaged, okay, whose engagement is very less. Warm contacts would be the ones who are who are engaging with you pretty well, and hot contacts would be the ones who are engaging with you constantly. Okay, so this will show you the level of engagement that the recipients are having with your with the emails that you're sending. Okay, and you can again you can score them based on the website activity. Okay, so as I told you, you have a tracking code. Any action that they are performing there, you can take that up, and that can be as a rule to score the contacts. Okay, and then you can also score them based on a field value. Okay, and apart from that, the most commonly used one would be the email campaign based scoring. Okay, so here you'll be sending out an email, and based on the responses that they give to this to a particular email, okay, you'll be scoring it. Okay, you'll be scoring the contacts. So here itself, you can see you have a score of 10 for the unique opens. For the multiple opens, you have a score of 20. So when someone opens an email multiple times, a score of 20 would be added to them. It's as simple as that. Okay, and this is not for one specific campaign. It's going to keep adding to the particular contact. Okay, as and when they keep opening emails or keep performing any however they respond to the emails, they'll have a score assigned to them. Okay, and then you have lead stage configuration. So you can choose, okay, which stage a particular contact is in. Okay, so you have raw leads, you have marketing ready, you have marketing engaged, you have marketing qualified, and you have sales ready. These are the basic ones that we have kept. Apart from this, you have an option to create a custom stage as well. So in between these stages, you can add your own stage also. Okay, but these are generally the basic ones. So as soon as a contact is or a lead is coming into your specific marketing automation account, then they would be considered as raw leads. So through an automation or manually, you have an option to change the lead stages of the recipient. So you can move them from raw leads to marketing ready based on any interaction that they've done, or uh, any interactions that they have done to the emails that you have sent. Okay. And then you have an option called contact tags. You can create multiple tags within marketing automation also, and you can tag the contacts. And you have the lead attribution option, where you'll be able to uh, create reports based on how the contacts are. Okay, based on the first touch point, the last touch point. Okay, there are different touch points here. Okay, so what will happen when it comes to lead attribution is, you will be able to see which marketing channel was very effective. Okay, you will be able to figure the right kind of approach that you need to bring into your marketing strategy. Okay, so the lead attribution reports would help you in that. So if I'm going with, let's say, the first one. Okay, this one I've already created, so I'm just going with this. If you can see, the configuration is, I put a dimension of source, and the attribution model is first touch. So this will check, and it will take into consideration, and it will give more weightage to the recipients who have uh, come through the source. Okay, so the main factor here would be the source of the contact. So where they were fetched from, or which is the point through which they got connected to your particular organization, or subscribed for your mails or any engagement from you. Okay, so these are the options within the contacts module. Okay. Now, okay, so since we have already gone through two modules already, if you have any clarifications, you can go ahead and ask in the chat. Okay. We have, it's just a reminder, we have our chat representatives who are handling the chat. So if you have any queries, you can feel free to drop your queries there. Okay.
And if you want to ask us also, we can go ahead and answer that as well. If you have any queries, you can also switch on your microphone and you can ask. In that case, you can raise your hand, and we will definitely get back with the answer.
Okay.
A quick question. This is Kendra. I show as Bickley Innovations on the screen.
I
I
can
was
try.
Hi there. I was just wondering, does marketing automation do anything with the social media channels as well, or is that just Zoho Socials that does that?
Yes, we do have social campaigns. So I'll be giving you a brief about that in a few minutes.
Perfect. Thank you.
So are there any other queries so far?
Hey, this is Pete, if you can hear me okay. My interface looks just a little different. I don't see contacts in the dropdown like you have in your navigation. I see leads and things like that, but I don't see the contact dropdown. Maybe it's different with the India version versus US.
Okay, Pete, I believe you might be in the older version of marketing automation. So we have this, the one which I showed you right now is the updated version, which is version 2.0. So if you can share your probably you can drop an email to us at support@zomarketingautomation.com, and we'll check your account, and we'll guide you further on this. We'll have to check your account from the back end, so then only we'll be able to go ahead with it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, if there are no other queries, can
Yeah, this is Joseph.
I just
Yes. On the landing pages, how many landing pages can you have per account?
You can create landing pages. There's no restriction on that.
There's no restriction. Okay.
Yes.
And what about tracking URLs?
So in your account, you'll be having only one particular URL that you need to paste in your website. Okay, and with the one URL, that one particular code that you're adding in your website, will be tracking the whole of your website for marketing automation.
Okay. What if I send out, let's say, for example, I send out a news article and they have different topics, and I want to track each, let's say, each article with different tracking URLs. So that's why I'm asking. So is there limitation to number of tracking URLs you can have per account?
When it comes to, if you're referring to email campaigns, okay, you do have, when you're adding a URL in your campaign, okay, you do have options to track that separately, okay, in the email campaigns itself.
Okay. So what about if I publish an article and say, let's, for example, I put it on LinkedIn,
Okay.
and I want to put like one or two different tracking URLs.
Okay.
So my question is, are there limitations to tracking URLs?
No, there are no limitations to. Okay, I believe you're referring to the smart URLs, is it? Tracking
Like smart
URL would be
URLs,
the
yeah.
first- Tracking URL would be the code snippet that I shared that I showed you earlier in the first with which I started the particular demo.
Yeah.
That
So
would
there's no,
be one.
so there's no limitation.
So we'll be only tracking your specific domain specific website. We'll not be tracking LinkedIn's end. So that is the reason you will be connecting, if at all, you wish to send any email, you wish to post anything on LinkedIn. Okay, we have something called as social marketing. Okay, so you would be able to put that there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, as you can see, we have something called as email or social campaign. So when it comes to social campaign, you can integrate your social media platforms here, and you can put a post in your particular handle. So once you share the post, any visitors or any link clicks that have happened, anyone who has viewed the particular post, all those information you'll be able to see here as well in the reports. Okay. I believe, Joseph, that answered your query, right? Okay.
Hear me?
Hello. Okay. So if there are no other queries, can we go ahead with the presentation again?
Hey, can I ask one quick one, if you don't mind?
Sure, Michael.
Thanks. And apologize, just getting into this meeting. So if this has been answered already, I noticed on your slides there you've got SMS campaigns. Just porting over our phone system to a different platform so that we're registered for 10 DLC compliance to be able to send out SMS. If we're doing this on our main telephony platform, do we need to also do 10 DLC registration on Zoho Marketing Automation?
Yes, you would have to do 10 DLC registration here as well. That is a mandate.
How long does that take? How is that process? Do you have a vetting process before they're sent to the telecom providers, or how long do you expect to get responses back from them on that?
So generally, when you're registering for a 10 DLC, it might take somewhere between 1 to 2 weeks. So once they do the vetting from there, and then only they'll be approving it. Once they vet it, then only we'll be adding your.
Okay, but you're not like checking our website for privacy data directly per se, for example?
we'll not be doing that from our end.
Okay, thanks.
That's the reason we are going with the same 10 DLC process, which is globally accepted.
Right. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Well, okay. Are there any other queries? Okay. So I think we'll go continue with the demo then. Okay. So far we have covered, coming back to the product, we have covered um, website analytics, we have covered contacts module, we have covered lead generation. Okay. Now, once the leads are generated, now what are you going to do with the leads that you have? Okay. Now is the now comes the part where you need to engage with them constantly and you need to start building a relationship with them. So that's where your marketing channels come into play. Okay, so as you can see, we have as Sushmit already told, and as I mentioned earlier, Zoho Marketing Automation is not just an email marketing platform like Zoho Campaigns, but you will be able to. This is an omnichannel platform. So you have email campaigns, you have social campaigns, you have SMS campaigns, you have WhatsApp campaign. Okay, so I think you all would be aware of how an email campaigning works. You just create a campaign, okay, select a recipient, select the recipients, put in all your details, create a campaign, and then just send it out. Okay, that's all is with regards to email campaign. Okay, I'll just show you a campaign that has already been sent. Okay, so this is the This would be the campaign that we created and we sent it out. Okay, so here as you can see, we selected the contacts to whom the recipients to whom we wish to send out the email. Okay, a subject for the email, and we'll select from the from address through which you need to send the email. Once the email is sent, at that point of time, you'll be having the reports generated. So you will be able to see to how many contacts to how many recipients the email was sent, to how many it was delivered, how many of them opened it, how many have clicked, and how many of them bounced. So all these information you'll be able to see here itself. And you'll be able to see the contacts here specific to any action that they've performed. So if you want to see how many have opened the email, just click on this drop down and click on open, and you'll be able to see all those who have opened the emails. Okay. So this is with regards to email campaign. It's plain and simple. You just create an email and send it out. Now coming to social campaigns. So this, Joseph, I believe this is what you asked earlier. So you would be integrating your Zoho marketing automation with your social media handles. So once you've integrated this, then you'll be able to create a campaign based on that. So once you create a campaign, let's say I'm creating a test one for the time being. I've chosen the brand that I have. And when you create it, as you can see, this is post. Okay. So you'll be able to type in all your information. And as you can see on the top, all the social media handles that you have integrated would be displayed here itself. Okay. So whichever post you're making, those would be published in the specific handle. Okay. And once it is done, then you'll be able to see the reports of the same within marketing automation also. Okay. I think this should be posted. Okay, there's no report here. That's fine. Okay, so this is all that is with regards to social campaign. Now coming to SMS campaign. In SMS campaigning, this is also a feature that we already have in Zoho campaigns. The one within marketing automation is also similar to that. You do your 10 DLC process, you add your number, so here we have two different kinds of gateways. So one is a Zoho Marketing Automation's in-house gateway, and the other one is a third-party gateway, which we have. So within the third-party gateways, we have a couple of them. You can integrate with the particular third-party gateway, and you'll have to get a subscription with them. Once you get a subscription and you've integrated it, you'll be able to send email, SMS campaigns from marketing automation and use the credits that you purchased there. Okay, but when it comes to the in-house gateway, as of now, the in-house gateway is only available for US, Canada, and the Indian regions. Okay, so, you'll be able to send only to these three regions, and that's all with regards to SMS campaign. Now, the new feature that we added in Zoho Marketing Automation, which is being widely used, is the WhatsApp campaign. Okay, so here you'll be creating a WhatsApp business account with Meta. Once you've created the account, you'll be adding a particular phone number there. Once you've added the number, okay, you would be able to use that number to send out WhatsApp campaigns from marketing automation. Okay, so when you click on create campaign, you'll name the campaign here. I'll just name something for now. Okay, campaign. Let's go ahead. So here, as you can see, you choose the recipients again. It can be in the form of lists, segments, tags, or you can choose the custom criteria. So these options you'll be finding in the campaigns as well. Okay. And then you choose the from address. So here the sender would be the number that you've all registered. Okay. The number that you've registered with Meta, that will be displayed here once you do the integration. Once that is done, you choose a template which has already been approved by Meta. So here, every template that you create, okay, you will be sending it out for review for review to Meta. Once Meta reviews the particular template, then you'll be able to use the template in marketing automation and send out the campaign. So now, as you can see, once the particular template is approved, you'll be having this approved sign here. Okay, the rest of them are in draft. Okay, if you've finished drafting it, you can just click on save, and we'll be sending it out to Meta for review. Once it is reviewed, you'll be able to see here. So now you can just choose this directly, and this will be selected. So here you can directly send this campaign out to your recipients now. Just click on proceed and it will be sent out. Okay. This is all that is with regards to your WhatsApp campaigns. And then you have engagement pop-ups. These are similar to your sign up pop-ups, but the difference is that the sign up pop-ups are used for lead generation, whereas the engagement pop-ups, they are used for you to bring something up in your particular web page, and create and show it and highlight something. Okay, like I told you, let's say you're having an event, you've created a landing page. For that, what you can do is you can create an engagement pop-up, and you can see uh, who all are interested in the particular event. Okay, so let's say if you've created an engagement pop-up, when someone visits your particular web page, this pop-up comes up, and someone who is curious, they'll go and click on the engagement pop-up, and that will lead them to the particular landing page that you might have created for that event. Okay, so that would show their eagerness and their interest in the particular event that you're creating. So this is a metric for you. Okay, so you can gauge your recipients and how you need to nurture them through this also. Now, so these are the different channels through which you can reach out to your leads or contacts that you're having in your account. Okay. Now, once you have reached out to them, okay, this is all that you've done so far. Okay. Now, the next thing is to create a marketing planner. So this is an interesting feature within marketing automation. When it comes to marketing planner, you can choose what your particular outcome or what your aim is through a particular project. It's something like a project. You create a calendar, and you note down what all you have to do and when you have to do it. So let's say I'm creating a demo one for now. So my aim here is to create brand awareness. Okay. So here I choose brand awareness. Okay, you have a couple of ones. Okay, you have lead generation. If your whole sole purpose is lead generation, you can use this. Okay, if you want to increase your sales, you can select increase sales. Okay, for the time being, I'm selecting brand awareness. So here you can even allocate a budget to this. So I'll tell you where the particular budgeting comes into play here. Okay. So let's say I am having uh, a budget of, let's say, 10 lakh. Okay. So I can choose from which state to which state I need to run this particular planner. Okay. It can be for months, it can be for even a year. You can schedule it. Okay. So now let's say my primary goal is brand awareness. Okay. And let's say the metrics that I want to choose. So here you'll be able to see different metrics, as you can see in the screen. You have website visit location, social website visit count. Okay, all these are counts. So based on these counts, you'll be able to generate a metric. Okay, website visit source. So I'll select website visit source for now. Okay, if you can see here, it will show me all the source of your contacts. Let's say for me, it was an email campaign that I sent. So I'll select email campaign. And if I want to go ahead with selecting more, I can do that also. Okay, these would be all the sources. Let's say I want the LinkedIn profile also. Okay, and I can select a target number. Let's say 50 contacts, or let's say 500 contacts. That is the target that I'm looking for here. Okay, now this has been created. Now when I click and save and proceed, if you will be able to see, there's a calendar that is created. So here in the calendar, my start date was October 22nd. Okay, so if I go to October 22nd, I can add an event here. Okay, so so here, as you can see in the screen, when I click on add activity, it shows me two options. Either it can be a digital activity that you performed, or an offline activity that you performed. When it comes to digital activity, it will mostly be your email campaign, SMS campaign, or any other ones, probably the ones which we have already talked about. Or if you have any offline activities that you need to do, those also can be listed here. So you can have your endorsements, your billboards that you're creating, the print ads that you've been sharing with everyone. Okay, all those can be a metric. Okay, you can add that as an activity. So here you just name it, allocate a budget for it, and how much it costed you. Okay, let's say it's a print ad, right? Let's say I'm keeping this as media. Let's say 5,000, and my expense was 4,000 out of it. Okay, I can even add a task here. Okay, and whatever task I'm adding here, let's say if for this print ads, okay, I need to assign certain tasks to my peers. Okay, the members in my organization. So let's say I want to for printing of ads, uh, I need to uh, print the catalog. Okay. Okay. For that, who is in charge? So here, if you have users added in your account, okay, you will be able to see all the users here. So you can select them. So this particular checklist would be for them. They'll be notified that they have to perform. They are in charge of this particular task. Okay. And once they have done this task and it is complete, you can click on this checkbox. Okay. So similarly, you can set a priority for this as well through these options. Once you create it, you select a launch date also here. So today is 22nd, so I'm selecting this. So as you can see, this particular media print ad that we started, that is due today. Okay, and if you can go to the budget, okay, it will show you out of the 10 lakh that I put in the budget, 5,000 has been used for print ads. So here you'll be able to see all the splits. Wherever you've spent it, right, those expenses would be listed here, and you'll be able to see in which source, or which particular uh, platform you did it for. Okay, And again, here also, as you can see, I can add another activity like I want to send a campaign. If you've created a campaign, okay, you can select that campaign from here. Or if you want to create a new campaign, you can create a campaign also. Okay. Now I have to create a new campaign. Okay. I created a new campaign here. Okay. Let's say this is for the brand awareness, right? Pushing let's say it's for pushing the product. Okay. I'm sending this campaign for pushing the product. Okay. Now I can even enable a budget for this particular thing. Okay. How much it's going to cost, how much budget it has. Let's say 5,000 again. And let's say it had an expense of 3,000. Okay. Okay. Continue with configuration. That's it. So now this will, because I've selected a campaign, it will take me to the campaign page. Okay. Okay. I select a topic also and go ahead with creating a campaign. So as you can see, we have different types of campaigns. Okay, we have a simple campaign. You can create a survey campaign or an events campaign, a webinar campaign, or an e-commerce campaign. Okay, but for all of these, you need to have a relevant integrations. For survey, you need to have integration with the survey platform. For a webinar, you need to have an integration with a webinar platform. Okay, and similar is the case for e-commerce. Now, if you have a normal simple email, just go with simple email and just click on create email. So this will create a normal campaign. Okay. Once the campaign is created, I'll just select a dummy one for now. Okay, I'll click on save and proceed. Let's go ahead with this. Okay. Okay, I add the recipients. Let's say I'm choosing this list, save. Okay. So let's say I've done all this. I've even selected the, okay, I'll do this later. I'll save and exit. So I've created this. So if you can see, there's another activity that has been added here. Okay, so this is only on the 22nd. Okay, for today. So similarly, I can create multiple options here, multiple activities for each specific day. Okay, and at the end of the period, that is started it from, we started from 22nd of October, and it is going to end on 29th of November 2024. During this whole period, it will see all our activity. It will create a timeline over here. Okay, once this is done, okay, you would be able to see in the budget how much budget you had allocated, how much you have spent on it. So this will show you how much revenue, return on investment you're getting out of uh, all the expenses that you made for brand awareness alone. Okay, so as you saw, we created a marketing planner for the brand awareness. Okay, so it's just basically a systematic plan that you can create here to get a good return on investment. Okay, now this is with regards to marketing planner. Now we have one more feature which will help you in reducing most of your manual work, which is journeys. Okay, so if you go to journeys, in journey you'll have various options, okay, to trigger the contacts and send emails automatically. So you don't have to create a campaign or every time. Okay, let's say select the contacts every time and send it out each and every day. Okay, rather what you can do is you can directly create a particular journey. Okay, so let's start. I'll go from scratch. Okay, okay, so this is how your journey template would look like. So here on the left, as you can see, you have triggers. So there are three different classifications here. One is trigger, processes, and action. Okay, in triggers, you'll be able to see different options here. So all these options, what these are going to do is, as the name itself suggests, these are triggers. So these will trigger the particular journey that you're creating. So any, let's say if I'm selecting this particular option, which is added to list first, okay, I just drag and drop it here. This will give me an option to choose the list. So I can choose the specific mailing list, and it will fetch in all the contacts within that mailing list into this journey. So anyone who is part of the mailing list, or as and when they are coming into the mailing list, they'll be triggered into this automation automatically. Okay. So I've added a trigger. Now what I'm going to do is, so I know where, whom all I need to bring into this particular journey. Now, once I've done that, now what action I need to take for them? I can choose a send email activity here. Okay, so in the send email activity, okay, I'll connect these two components, and here I can again create a campaign. So this is similar to how you do a normal campaign. Once I've created a campaign based on either the responses that they've made, or if I want to go ahead and add them to a list, I can go ahead and drag and drop this. So here you have other options also. Okay, add to list, remove from list, assign a tag, remove from tag. If you want to update a score, lead score for them, that also you'll be able to achieve through this. If you remember, I told you that you will be able to update the lead stages for the contacts through journeys. Okay, so this option here, update lead stage, will allow you to update the stage for the contact. Let's say someone registered newly, okay, for your emails through the sign up form that you have placed on your website. Once they've added their details, they have submitted it, they get added as contacts in your account. Once they got added, they would have been raw leads. As I told you earlier, initially all the contacts would be pushed in as raw leads. After they have been pushed in as raw leads, let's say you've added them to a mailing list. After you've added them to a mailing list, let's suppose that it was this particular mailing list that you've selected here. What will happen is, as soon as the contacts get added to this mailing list, they would be receiving this first email. Once they have received the first email, then they would be then the stage for them would be updated because they have engaged. So particularly more engagement they have, you can keep pushing them to each and every stage within your account. So at the end, you'll know whether they are if you remember the funnel that I told you, marketing funnel. Okay, they'll be moving towards the bottommost portion of the funnel, which indicates that they are building a close relationship with them, and the loyalty that they'll be having with your particular product or your service will be higher. Okay, so again, here in triggers also you have multiple options. You can choose from you can add contacts who have been added to a mailing list. You can even trigger contacts if they've been removed from a specific mailing list. Okay, if they've been added to a segment, you can use this. Okay, if suppose they are if they are submitting a form in your website itself and you want to trigger them, then you can go ahead and use the form submission option also. So what will happen is, as soon as they submit a form, an email can be triggered to them. If I put this here, they'll be choosing from here which particular form that I want. It can be any sign up form or a specific form. So if you've created a form, as you can see, you have options for sign up form and a pop-up form. You can select the one which you want, and any contact that gets added from the pop-up form or the sign up form would be receiving this first email again, because this is the first point. Okay. Now, apart from this, you have WhatsApp action trigger also. If you have already sent them a WhatsApp campaign, and based on their responses to the campaign, you need to trigger them, then you can use this option. Okay, as you can see, when you select this, it will be you'll have option to select any WhatsApp campaign, or you'll be able to select a specific WhatsApp campaign. Okay, if your WhatsApp campaign was from a journey, then you can use the third option. If it was from a standalone WhatsApp campaign that you created, then you can choose it from here. Okay, and then whatever response they've given for the particular particular campaign, WhatsApp campaign. Okay, you can choose this. So if you want to trigger the contacts or the leads who have, let's say, clicked on any link in your previous WhatsApp message that you're configuring here. Okay, you just click on any link clicked and click on save. So anyone who has received the campaign and clicked on the link at any point of time would be receiving this first email. Okay, so these are trigger points. So these will trigger the contacts into this workflow. Okay, and actions would be the action that you want to do or you want to perform for these contacts. It can be assigning a topic. It can even be updating a field value. Okay, so you have other CRM options also. Like if you have integration with CRM, you can even push the data from a particular point in the journey to CRM. Okay, so for that you can use this push data option. Okay, so these are the options within your journeys. Okay, so this will help you. Journeys will help you automate your process. Okay, so now these are the basics and most of the features that you would be using within marketing automation. Okay, to keep your lead, to nurture your leads. Okay, you keep sending emails. You use the different channels that you have. Okay, once you use these channels, you start building a relationship with them, and as I told you, in the marketing funnel, you keep pushing them down the funnel. Okay, which will in turn will indicate that you're building a strong relationship with them, which will turn into loyalty and advocacy. And then apart from these, I would also like to throw some light on the settings that you have within marketing automation. Okay, here if you want to make any changes to the brand, to your account. Okay, like you want to change your company details and all, you can go ahead with this. If you want to create a field of your own, then you can use this custom field option, and you can create a field as you wish. Okay, and you have sign up pages and emails, whatever pages or whatever emails you're sending. Okay, if someone unsubscribes, what page should be displayed, all those settings would be here. So if you see here, this is the page that would be displayed when someone unsubscribes. Okay, and if someone wishes to resubscribe, then this is the page that will be showing them. Okay, so there are different pages. This option would show you all the different pages that the recipients would be able to see on their end once you send out the campaign. Okay, and under consent and privacy, if you have compliance settings, if you have HIPAA compliance or GDPR, you can enable that from here. Okay, now you have another option called double opt-in here. I believe most of you, if you've been using campaigns, you are very well aware of this option, which is the double opt-in. So this option, as I told you earlier, in your website, you'll be having a form. Okay, within your form, you would be when someone submits your form, okay, you have a submit button. So when someone clicks on the submit button, they would not be getting added to your account directly, because anyone can enter any kind of email address, whether it is valid or invalid. They can just enter it and they can click on submit. So we don't want you to add all the junk contacts or any contact which is not a valid contact into your.
Joshua, can you explain this point a bit? I think there was some technical issue, so your audio got a bit delayed and there was no audio for some time. Just this part that you were explaining, the email.
Just developed. Okay, I'll go ahead with this. Okay, so with double opt-in in your particular web page, as I told you earlier, you'll be having a sign-up form. Okay, in the sign-up form, when someone clicks on the submit button, all your whenever someone clicks on the submit button, they will not be directly getting added to your marketing automation account. Okay, rather they would be receiving a confirmation email like this from our end. This is just they will be receiving this email, this particular email in their mailbox. So whichever email address they are mentioning in the form, we will be sending an email to that so that they can confirm their email address. Once they click on this confirm button, confirm option, then only they would be added as contacts within your marketing automation account. Okay, this is to keep a check on all the invalid contacts that get added to your account. Okay, if someone is adding any incorrect email or just a random email, it is better not to have them in your account because it will lead to deliverability concerns later on. Okay, so this option would help you with that. Now, coming to users and controls, you have an option for portal users. So here you'll be able to see all the users that you have added in your account. By default, you'll be able to add 5 users. Okay. So any user, so you have the invite user option. If you wish to add someone in your account, okay, who can have their own email address for login and their own password, but still be part of the same account, then you can just click on invite user and add their email address. Again, it's the same process. They'll be receiving a confirmation email on their end to their mailbox. Once they give the confirmation, they'll be added as a user here. Okay, then we have an option called workspace. Let's say you have a team and you want them to work only within a specific workspace, and you don't want to give privilege to every user within your organization. Okay, then you can go ahead with something called as a workspace. Okay, and then you can set roles and permissions here. You have different kinds of roles. Okay, if you can have if you want someone to just view the details within your account but not take any action, make any editing or changes, then you can just assign them a viewer role, so they'll not be able to do anything, just see the reports and stuff. Okay, and then you have the marketing channel option. Under marketing channel, as I told you earlier, these are the channels that you have. So within email, the most important one is the domain authentication process that you need to follow. So before you send out any campaign, okay, it is better that you do the domain authentication process, because this will allow your emails, this will reduce the chances of your emails landing in spam. Okay, when you do the domain authentication process, as the name itself suggests, it's an authentication process. So when you do this, the recipient's mailbox providers, they'll come to know that this particular email is coming from a valid source. Okay, so that is the reason chance of the email landing in spam is reduced here. And again, coming to SMS campaigns, as I told you, you have integrations. Okay, here the default marketing automation SMS gateway is integrated. That's the reason it's showing here. So from here, you will be able to buy credits to send out your SMS campaigns. Okay, and you'll be able to configure the sender here itself. And as we had a question earlier about 10DLC, we have given all the process, all the steps for 10DLC here itself. You can register a brand from here, and you can get a number also here. Now, coming to website analytics, I also already showed this to you when we started off. This is the code that you need to paste in your website in the header. Okay, and once you have done that, to check if it has been successfully added, you can just type in your website link here and click on verify, and you'll be getting a notification that it is verified. If it's not verified, you can we'll have to check it further. Now, again, coming to social channel, you can add your social media handles over here. So whichever social media handles you're adding here, that would be displayed when you're creating a social campaign and you're sending it out. And then if you have, or if you wish to integrate your WhatsApp, then you can go ahead with this particular option. So here you'll be creating a phone label. Okay, once you integrate your WhatsApp business account, all the numbers that you have in your business account would be listed here. You just have to create a phone label for marketing automation, and this would involve a process of approval from Meta as well as on our end. Once this is done and everything is approved, you will be good to go ahead with sending out your WhatsApp campaign. Okay, and then apart from this, we have different apps with which you can integrate Zoho Marketing Automation with. Okay, so here whichever apps you've already connected would be displayed here. If you wish to connect further applications, just click on Connect app, and here you can find all the applications. Okay, if you have any SMS gateways that I told you, you'll be able to have a look at them here. So these are the SMS gateways that we have integration with. So you can choose any one of them, get a credit subscription with them, and use marketing automation to send out SMS campaigns. Okay, so that is all with regards to Zoho Marketing Automation. If you have any queries, you can feel free to go ahead and ask them.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask. Our experts are there. They will be readily answering your queries. So I'll request you to kindly go ahead and ask any questions if you have. You can switch on your microphone and you can ask the questions. Yes, please go ahead and ask your questions. You can switch off your microphones. You can switch on your microphones and you can ask your questions. And we have this dedicated time. This segment is for question hour. You can go ahead and ask the questions. Please go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
You just mentioned that you can put a tracking link on the header of your website. Can I put it? Let's say, for example, I write a blog on the website and I want to track anything that happens within that blog. Can I put the same header? And if I send the link to multiple users. Will I be able to track any action from them?
See, the tracking would only happen from marketing automation to your particular website that you're doing. That's the reason in your website you'll be putting this code in the header of your website. Okay, but what you're asking is when you're sending out your URL to them, right? The website URL, and you want.
Yes, let's say it's an article or a blog.
Okay.
And I send the URL, and then whatever activities they did on, let's say they click on a link within that blog, will I be able to record any activities like the click-throughs on that particular article?
Okay, if the particular article is placed in your website itself, then yes, we would be doing that. As I told you, you have goals. Okay, so you can use element clicks, or you can have heat maps there. So you can see who all have what activity has been performed there by any of the visitors. If the particular post that you're referring to is placed in your website, but if it is placed apart from your somewhere else apart from your website, then we will not be able to track it.
Okay, so it has to be that particular tracking will be placed, let's say, on the header of the website, and it can track any URL on that website or any other page on that website.
Yes, it will be for any page in the website.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome, Joseph.
Michael and Dean, you both wanted to ask some questions. Michael, why don't you go first and ask your question? Dean, then we will address your question after that.
Sure, I'll throw out a couple of questions here. So a lot of content here. Thanks for that. And I don't know that I'd used some of these areas of this marketing automation product. On the offline channel side of things, so first of all, with that is how are you tracking conversion of the offline channels? And is that done through like a query string parameter that you'll put into like a print ad or a billboard ad, or through a QR code, or are you just kind of trying to gab that from let's say asking somebody when they go ahead to make a purchase, and then is that integrated to like Zoho CR, the campaigns inside of Zoho CRM, the campaigns object, to be able to grab that back?
Okay, as you mentioned, it would be through a QR code. I'll just give you a short example of that. I have one billboard that I created in this. Just give me a minute. Let me click that once.
Meanwhile, when this question is being answered, I want to tell all of you that we are running a poll, and I will request all of you to go ahead and address that poll, give your answers. That will help us understand your feedback regarding this particular session. And so from next time onwards, we'll keep those things in mind based on the feedback that you're providing. Thank you so much.
Okay, Michael, coming back to your question. So as you can see, there's a URL generated here and there's a code here, QR code. So this would be the tracking. So if someone gets acquainted or to you through this particular code, it'll be, the source would be through this billboard.
Okay. Okay. And then so reporting, like, at the end of the day, you're basically gathering touch points and are able to kind of put together
Exactly.
multi-touch attribution for this
Exactly.
lead to go through. Where is that reported in marketing automation, or is that, is it better to kind of move that to, let's say, Zoho Analytics, or through like a custom object inside of Zoho CRM?
You can use this information anywhere. So within marketing automation also, you have options to use this. As I told you earlier, everything would be under acquisitions. Okay, so you would be able to see all your touch points here itself. You would be able to create a touch point as per your requirement. Okay, we have a couple of touch points. You'll be able to use them, and you can use the same
Yes, sir. There's some network issue regarding the audio. Can you please repeat the point that you just made? There's some network issues with regarding the audio that you're in.
Yeah, I'm hearing them just fine, by the way. So I don't know.
I think.
Hey, guys, can I jump in, because this is Dean, and I'm on Michael's path here as a marketing guy, because you have an overall marketing budget, and the budget gets parsed into different areas. You've got your social, you've got Facebook ads, you've got other acquisition.
Yeah.
And I think the question that I'm kind of coming at, and maybe I think Michael might have the same thing, is you've got this overall budget and you're parsing it all these different ways and it's converting. And sometimes what you really like to look at is say, hey, I have $1 million to spend. I want to break it out in these different segments. I want to allocate different amounts to different pieces. And the question then becomes, I understand from the granularity level that you can get some of the ROI or conversions strictly from Facebook or strictly from other sources. The question is, if you were trying to roll up everything in one big piece, and I know from CRM and in campaigns, I do sources and I allocate dollar values to the sources. And maybe this is a longer conversation and not really now, but I think I'm just thinking ahead about how you roll everything together and probably go to like analytics with it to get the overall piece of the overall spend, and then granular it down to the different sources for the match back.
Exactly what you said. That's right. That's exactly what I was
So we're thinking alike, Michael, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if I'm not wrong, so what you are asking is, I think, this part. So you have budgeting here, there's a split here, and you have the different channels through which it has come in. Okay, so you are getting an overview of everything here itself. So how much budgeting you have done. Okay, if you go to reports also, reports also, you will be able to see that, but the reports have not been generated for this yet. That's why it's not displayed.
But is that taking into account like opportunity? Like you really want to be able to see what the expected revenue of the opportunities are across that audience for each of those. So if you say, okay, my billboard is generating, I don't know, let's say 100 people in a quarter, right? Yeah. What's the sum of the value of the opportunities that are in CRM for those, right? Is that opportunity data being pulled into marketing automation to be able to actually track the value of the return on investment of that spend?
So here the return on investment would be shown here for CPA. Okay, if you can see this one, okay, average amount that you've been spending on one contact.
Okay, so that's for like acquisition costs. That's for like CAC.
Yes.
Okay, but you're still going to need to go to another tool to be able to actually, probably CRM, to be able to actually measure the revenue that came in from that acquisition cost to be able to actually show an ROI.
You can see that in CRM also, but you'll have to push the data from here, from marketing automation. So these have to be put into a particular field, and then only you'll be able to push it. So the analytics and the return on investment that you are asking for, that you'll be able to see here itself. Okay. So these would be the different channels, and the CPAs would be different shown here. So overall, it will be, so because this is only with one specific one specific activity that I have created here, it's only showing one here. Maybe you once you create a few activities and you create a whole planner for different for each day, then you'll be able to come out with a proper conclusion on this. But it will be shown here.
Okay.
Guys, I just want to say something. Kudos to y'all and the team. This has come such a really long way from where it was when it started. And while I know it's certainly not perfect, but from where you started and where you've taken it to, from me, and I give you 2 thumbs up, and I can't say enough of how great a job. There'll always be room for improvement, but knowing where it started and where it's going, and I think that the journey, just as a roadmap, and I think Michael will agree with me, is there is that overall attribution of not just the granularity of the individual Facebook campaign, but the overall marketing budget is kind of just as if you keep something in your roadmap. And my gut tells me from what I've seen here that you can do it through analytics. It will require some more intense planning and more development. But again, I'm not here to say other than I think you've done a great job, and keep up the good work. And like anything else, it's gone from what was an immature product to a mature product, and I know that you guys will keep pushing it forward. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Dean, for that.
I think the thing on that too.
Glad to hear this from you, and definitely we will be improving this product from here on as well.
Yeah, I think the other piece of that too, that like especially for like an SMB audience, right? Like it's really great. All of these tools that we're talking about for extra ROI already included in Zoho One. So it's for me the biggest lift has been trying to understand which tool to use for which circumstance, which is where my question's really coming in from. And then the only last thing that I have that kind of parallels to that is Zoho Social. So I have 2 different Zoho One orgs that I'm using, and they share a Facebook account, but that Facebook account has different lines of business inside of Meta Business Suite, and I'm having issues trying to connect. Is this connection that you're showing going through Zoho Social, or is there a second connection that's going in from Meta Business Suite into marketing automation? Because it doesn't look like I'm running into an issue internally where it doesn't seem like I'm able to connect 2 different Zoho orgs into the same Facebook login for different Facebook pages, I guess, like without getting more complicated than that,
Because these are 2 different different Zoho One accounts. Maybe that's a problem, because if it was within a single account, if you had created brands, then the brands as a whole would be synced in. Okay, so you will be able to manage multiple brands here, but not 2 different accounts.
I see. Okay. That's great. Again, amazing that like we have all these tools included basically to be able to do all this. So I'm a fan. I'm just asking to kind of figure out which tactic fits the right strategy. And that's it for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for the question.
Thank you so much. Just give me a second. So I think we are near the end of today's session, and all I want to say is if you have any more questions, you can go ahead and ask them. But I would personally want to thank you for joining today's session. You have been very patient. You have gone through the entire session, and I'm sure you have definitely learned something new or some new aspects with regards to marketing. So as you know that this initiative was conducted by Zoho community. With regards to Zoho community, what can I say? We are a team where we are trying to build a group where people of like-mindedness will be brought together, be it with regards to their verticals, be it regards to their roles, their interests. You can check the Zoho community website. There you will get to see that we have over 140 Zoho user groups across different cities in the world. You can definitely go ahead and be a part of one of those Zoho user groups which are close to your residence or your workplace. And apart from that, you can also take a look at the upcoming events that we are conducting. We conduct boot camps with regards to marketing as well as developers boot camp as well. So you can take a look at any of those boot camps if there is an upcoming boot camp that's going to be there in your city, or you can also go and take a look at the calendar with regards to the meetups that we are conducting all over the world, and you can probably join the meetup that is closer to your workplace or your residence. And with this, we want to say that it's been wonderful to host you today for this wonderful session. Once again, I would like to thank Jeshua for taking the time and presenting this session and going and taking us through the entire product in such a short span of time. It was a very detailed presentation as well. I want to thank Deepu and Nagraj for taking the time and answering the questions accordingly. I'm sure all of you have got your questions answered, whether in the form of chat or as Joshua might have addressed them live during the session. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask the questions. Otherwise, we'll wrap the session up for the day. So the floor is yours. Please, if you want to ask any questions, you can go ahead. We also have a marketer ZUG chat room. So for that, you need to have Zoho Click. You can download that for free, and we will send you a request, an invitation request, if you're not already a part of that marketer ZUG chat room. So that's a place where we go ahead and we discuss about all things marketing, just like we did in the meetup. We discuss about everything that is related to marketing and any marketing related products from Zoho Corp. So there also you can stay updated with regards to the upcoming topics that we are talking about, if we are having a marketer ZUG meetup or not. And also you can share your insights, and also you can share your knowledge, and you can learn something or the other with regards to marketing from the other members over there. Yes, Michael, you want to ask something? Please go ahead.
Yeah, just because there's kind of dead air and it'd be kind of interesting to kind of know about it. The WhatsApp campaigns, tactically, you're sending out messages to different people that are at different stages of the buyer's journey, or is it interactive? Is it going to like Zia and then automatically like responding back to qualify people? So you're trying to get them to click on a specific link, or is it just more of like an outbound kind of a, let me send out a couple of targeted messages to you and see if I can engage a conversation, and then we'll get a flag back on that, as or somebody in our sales team will get a flag back to start that conversation.
Yes, so Michael, the WhatsApp marketing platform would be solely an outbound one. So from here, you'll be able to send out a marketing campaign, but we don't have a chatbot yet, where or any replies, any area to fetch the replies as of now. We'll be showing the count of the replies that you're getting to the particular campaign, WhatsApp campaign, but you'll not be able to start a conversation from here. Okay, but our team is still working on that. They are once the development of that is over, then probably we'll be rolling that out as well. But mostly it will be in as you told, right, with regards to analytics or any other platform within Zoho, it will be connecting it with that. Okay, probably with Sales IQ.
Does that give you response back so you can do like a remarketing campaign once they're engaged with you on WhatsApp? Like I just haven't used WhatsApp as a marketing channel much yet. So once you like, the benefit there is basically you're doing that, and then they will convert on like a meta pixel so that you're able to kind of run a retargeting campaign to them afterwards. Is that the benefit?
Yes. So you can retarget them within the within the WhatsApp campaign. In journeys, you have option for quick replies. Okay. So when you configure, you will be having an option to configure 3 quick replies. So if you've received any of your bank any messages through WhatsApp from your bank, okay, you might have seen that there will be 3 options there where they say chat, start a chat, or visit my website. So you have 3 options like that. So you can configure 3 options similar to that. So it can either lead them to your website. You can configure another number there, on other WhatsApp number that you have, so that you can connect that number with any application which will start a conversation. So through that, you can, if someone clicks on that, a conversation gets started in the other application.
Gotcha.
As a
Okay.
workaround, we've given that as of now.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you.
Well,
Thank
and
you so much. Yeah, you're saying something, Joshua. I'm sorry.
Michael, just for your reference, we have shared the last help link that will give you an overview of how you can configure a reply from the recipients when you're sending a WhatsApp campaign.
Thank you so much for joining for this session. I think we have answered all the questions, both via text as well as live during the chat. And we will again see you when we are conducting another marketers Zoho user group meetup. We'll let you know. Till then, thank you so much and have a great day and happy marketing. Thank you so much for joining for this session. Thank you.
The recording has been stopped. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.